И снова здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, меня зовут Леонардо, и мы продолжаем проходить такую замечательную игру, как Still Life. Ладно, в общем, я узнал, как правильно вводить код, оказывается, пароль просто вводка, но это сокращенно номер, ну блин. Господи, как я мог так протупить, а? Я эту серию, кстати, записываю уже не первый раз. По-моему, какая уже там... да. Какая уже, по-моему, попытка? Это, по-моему, третья уже по счету. Мне постоянно что-то мешает, что-то не позволяет записать эту игру, но сегодня, я надеюсь, у меня все получится. И смотрите-ка, морку красили к Рождеству. Кларис, скажите мне что-нибудь.
Hey Claire, get that preliminary lab work done?
As a matter of fact, I'm not quite finished. However, I have enough to brief you on if you have the time.
For you, always.
Okay, here goes. The victim's blood revealed high levels of alcohol. Also, I found traces of rohypnol, which is also known as the date rape drug. This explains why there was no apparent struggle throughout the assault. The assault started in the first room where she was beaten. She probably fell where you found the spot of blood. She was then carried into the next room. The killer ripped off her clothes and beat her again. She definitely was unconscious at this point. He let her bleed on the floor until he had enough blood to write the messages you found using the luminol.
Святилище.
The killer then cleaned off the messages. Obviously, he knew we would find them. He then dragged the victim by her hair along the hallway and stopped to hang up his coat. He finally brought her into the bathroom. The cause of death was drowning. He forced her head under the water until death ensued. Like the other victims, she was killed before the mutilations. She was stabbed 9 times and then eviscerated from the lower sternum to the lower abdomen. What are you thinking?
Жуть.
I'm thinking these mutilations will get worse. It wasn't part of his MO for the first 3 victims. They were found beaten and drowned, not like this.
Do you think he'll change his MO in the near future?
No, I don't think so. Drowning his victims seems to be his focus. That stage in the assault is very important to him. No, the stabbing business is from something else. I have a feeling that if we knew what it was, we would catch the son of a bitch. Also, he covered the face of the 4th victim and now this one. This strongly suggests that he knew the last 2 victims. I'll ask Miller to correlate the last 2 victims' info.
Да. Так что подождите, мне надо кое-что это самое... Ну да.
How about you? Did you come up with anything interesting?
Короче, не важно.
Yes, I got a partial that doesn't belong to the victim.
Very nice. Did you compare it to the partial you found from the 4th crime scene?
Так, там что-то не перевели последнюю фразу. Ну,
what about the
ладно.
stuff I found? Anything worth mentioning?
We know that our killer has black hair, if it was he that hung his coat on the nail. It might have been a junkie for all we know, but it doesn't matter. We can use the hair for DNA comparison and place him at the scene of the crime. I sent the fibers to the FBI labs to see if they can find anything unusual or unique about them.
I've been meaning to ask you. Did you call her?
Call? Oh, no, I didn't. I just don't have the courage. Can we not talk about this now?
Sure, but promise me that you will call her.
Okay, I promise.
Okay, sweetie. I'm out of here.
Don't forget my beautifully handwritten report. It's on the table.
Да, знаете что, красивый почерк не всегда понятный. Да я понял еще с тех времен, когда я учился в институте. Протокол Клара. Вот Синтия. В начале проведения экспертизы присутствовал детектив Дэвид Миллер, полиция Чикаго. Причина смерти утопления. Причина смерти убийства. Клэр аж 505. Клэр, может, Кларис? Нет? Судмедэксперт. И заодно и патологоанат. Наверное. Ой, слушайте, знаете, что у меня сейчас такая грязная мысль появилась в голове? Я могу на трупик посмотреть? Нет? Это меня чуть-чуть успокоило. Даже. Это потому, что разработчики-то такие.
Hello?
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, Dad.
I just heard on the news. Another one?
Yes, another one.
Is everything okay with you?
I'm okay. I'm just really tired of this case. It's going nowhere fast. I hate this passiveness. I think it's starting to get the better of me.
Well, before that actually happens, why don't you come here and rest? A little R&R won't do you any harm. You can use the jacuzzi to relax and put your thoughts in order. And it's almost Christmas. I have a little gift for you.
Oh, really? Well, I have the gift you wanted. Are you sure you want it? It seems a little ordinary.
Hey, it's what I wanted. So, are you coming to the house?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, honey. I'll see you soon.
Dad?
Yes, honey?
Thanks.
You're more than welcome. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Так, знаете, что я хочу сделать? Я хочу... сохраниться. Да? А, нет, сейчас не получится, да? Ну ладно. Так, подождите. Лифт какой-то медленный. В смысле, медленно открывается. Так, это он должен отдать отчет Миллеру, вроде бы. Вроде бы. Ну, не знаю, я эту серию уже 3-й раз пытаюсь записать, но мне постоянно что-то мешало. Куда? Ай, ну ладно, и так сойдет. Ой, а где... Вот так ее только можно отдать, да?
Here's Claire's report. Hey, Miller, one last thing. Can you correlate the data of the 4th victim and the 5th to see if we're overlooking something?
Sure, I'll run them through the database. Thanks for the report.
Все, думаю, можно уходить, но я сначала хочу поговорить с офицером Тейтом.
Taking a breather?
Yeah, it's the damn weather. Depressing as hell. I need to gather more energy before I go back out there.
You're still on patrol?
Unfucking fortunately, yeah.
Well, hang in there.
I'll try.
Так, подождите. Я забыл, что я хотел сделать, но сейчас вспомнил. Я хотел сделать потише. Особенно диалоги. Вот так вот. Так, ну все, думаю, можно идти домой. Вроде бы. Вроде бы я все сделал. Я вот только в той части коридора особо не покопался. Жаль, ну хотя мы там и чуть попозже сможем вроде бы пошариться. Ну, не знаю, я уже не помню. Вообще не помню эту игру. Я помню, как я пытался ее пройти где-то когда-то очень давно. Но я больше помню по проходникам, которые я посмотрел. И благополучно себе все испортил спойлерами. Вот и новая локация появилась. Это что у нас там? Дом Пэта. Может, дом отца, а не Пэта? Зачем писать Пэта, если это дом нашего отца? Давай в дом Пэта. Какой огромный особняк. Такой просторный, наверное.
Dad?
I'm in here, sweetheart.
Hi, Hi, Dad.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Are you sure about this gift?
Yeah, gimme, gimme, gimme.
Suit yourself, here you are.
Thanks, sweetheart. You know me, I love these things. Now yours.
Как мило.
Where did you get this? I thought we lost it.
I found it when I was cleaning out the attic. Actually, it was inside your grandfather's chest. You should maybe take a look inside there. It'll take you back.
I will. Thanks for the gift, Dad.
I had a feeling you'd like it.
Remember the stories he used to tell us?
How can I forget? My favorite one was Paris, because of the occult twist he brought to it. Yours was the one in London, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, romantic and mysterious. There is one story he always avoided telling me, though. The one when he met Grandma. He never would talk about it. Was it not a fond memory?
I'm sure it is, Pumpkin, but he could never talk about it. I think your grandfather lost someone close to him when he met your grandmother, and I guess it was too painful for him to recall.
Where'd he meet Grandma?
He met her in Prague, I believe. Speaking of your grandmother, this year, can you get around to making her special holiday cookies? Please?
I knew that was coming.
Oh, they don't take long to make.
I know, I'll make some, don't worry.
Great. The stuff is all ready on the counter.
What a surprise. I'm gonna have a look in the attic. Might bring back some good memories.
Okay, sweetheart. I'll be in here.
Так, знаете что, перед тем, как пойти наверх, я хочу здесь все осмотреть.
I haven't played in years. I probably suck now.
Ну да. Что там такое? Кухня. Такая большая.
Maybe Dad's trying to send me a message. I'll do them later. Thought he was going to change these chairs. Each time I sit in one, it doesn't feel like I'm eating, but ruling a small country.
Да, мне бы такие кресла. В обычную столовую. Ну что, мечтать не вредно же. Просто помечтать хочу. Хорошо, что здесь? Бар. Вроде.
Okay, a great combo. A shot of ice-cold vodka, a glass of good red wine while dipping in the tub. I'll get to that later.
А почему потом они сейчас... А? Нет? Все, больше ничего? Жаль. Так, что там у нас еще? А, да, мне же на второй этаж надо. Елки вот такие какие-то необычные, согласитесь. Нам на чердак вроде бы надо,
This
да?
might be helpful to get up into the attic.
Ну да. А, кстати, знаете, на что я хотел посмотреть? На это ожерелье. Милая. Очень милая. Так. Ладно, все, хватит. Ой, тихо, куда? Я на второй этаж хочу. У меня за всю мою жизнь никогда не было двухэтажных особняков, и, наверное, не будет. К моему великому сожалению. О, Вот это наша комната.
Teddy and I used to be inseparable.
А почему были они, наверное, сейчас неразлучимы? Вот, наверное.
Ah, yes, the trap door to the attic. I can't reach it. What was the trick to opening that thing again?
Да, вот нам даже вот рука подсказывает. Не, вы ее вешалки видите? Так, свет. Слишком темно. Вот свет. О, музыка. Моя любимая. Головоломка. Очередная, но подсказка вот прямо вот в этом ожерелье, как вы видите. Вот как видите, 4 ромба и сердечко в центре. Здесь надо сделать то же самое. Так я, блин, боюсь, что это у меня займет очень много времени. Вот, смотрите, одна сторона уже готова. Что такое это? Хм. Так, нет. О, кстати, блин, одна. Черт. Хм. Так, я надеюсь, я быстро с этой головоломкой разберусь, пожалуйста. Просто, понимаете, я не хочу долго возиться. Знаете, я просто сейчас просто все наугад подбираю. Просто мозгами шевелить вообще нет желания. Опа. Ай, блин, нет. Сердечко должно быть в центре. Тихо. А, блин, одно то же самое, блин. Хм. Ой, чтоб вас. Так. Ну нет. Блин, опять одна только. О-хо-хо. Так вот как это работает. О, ладно, ничего. Блин, опять? А ведь я почти был у цели. Так, нет, стоп. Гадство. Так, нет, стоп. Стоп, заново. Я просто не понял, в чем суть. Понимаете? Я-то думаю, что вы, как никто другой, должны меня понять. Ой, да ладно. Ой, неужели? Неужели? Господи, наконец-то. Эх, воспоминания.
Prague, 1929. 2 years had passed since the strange case in Paris. I figured I'd best leave town and come here. Quieter, or so I thought. The case in Paris had stirred my passion for PI work again. I had to let go of my dream of being an artist. It wasn't bringing in as much dough as being a private dick. In all, there were 5 dead and 2 unaccounted for. So far, all the victims were prostitutes. I didn't know if I would take the case. To my surprise, this cop Skalnik had no beef about me snooping around his crime scene. It's very nice of you to let me have a peek. I'm Gustava МакФерсон. I'm a...
Yes, a private detective. I'm familiar with your work, Mr. МакФерсон.
I had no idea I was so popular.
I've read about your case in Paris, and the one in London. I'm Inspector Skalnik of the Prague Police.
Is this the 5th victim?
Yes, she is officially. Supposedly, there are 2 missing.
Supposedly?
Yes, well, you know these women. They come and go, often without telling anyone. And then they show up again like they never left. So I don't bother with disappearances.
So you only bother when they turn up like this?
I see. We have a knight in shining armor. If you want my advice, Mr. МакФерсон, you'd best return to the usual missing person cases or husband-cheating mysteries. This is a waste of your time.
I think you've just convinced me to take the case.
Really, Mr. МакФерson? The press will not even cover this story. No one wants to know about dead prostitutes. If they do write about it, it will be about the killer and the number of bodies and not the actual victims. The pimps care even less. They force their women to work even if there is a killer loose. No one wants to sit at a dinner table and talk about this. There is no glory in this case. Like I said, you should stick with what you know.
Do you mind if I ask you a few more questions?
Not at all.
Were all the victims prostitutes?
Yes.
Is the cause of death the necklace on her neck?
Of course it is.
So it's not the multiple stab wounds to her chest?
No. Well, we aren't really sure.
Does she have any other significant wounds on her body?
Yes. She has scars on her forearms and she is eviscerated.
Eviscerated?
Что-то знакомое.
I had never seen anything so horrible in my entire life. I'd only heard of horrors like this from the Ripper case in London. Oh my god. Were all the victims like this?
Yes, they were all found like this.
Are all the organs accounted for?
I'm no doctor, Mr. MacPherson. I have no idea.
In the other cases, were there missing organs?
Not that I'm aware of.
Who's the coroner?
Emil Corona. He works at the old chapel. He's very... well, I don't want to ruin the surprise. Now it's your turn to share. Maybe you can tell me what you think happened.
I think you're right about the cause of death. That slash across the neck was definitely it. Stabbings to her chest were done before the final blow to the throat. The defensive stab wounds on her arms reinforce this theory. What's bothering me, though, is the lack of blood at the crime scene. This probably indicates that she was murdered somewhere else, not here.
Well, Mr. MacPherson, I don't want to be rude, but...
You have work to do, of course. Thanks for sharing. It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you, too.
I had a feeling that the cooperation between Skalnik and me had just ended. He was testing me for some reason. I was left to fend for myself.
Так, знаете, ребята, что я хочу сделать? Сохраниться, черт возьми. Ну-ка, так. Кстати, у нас главное меню изменилось. Ну, как бы не главное меню, но все же. Менюшка изменилась.
I'd better leave the inspector to himself.
Да, мне тоже так кажется. Гус или Гус. Густав, по-моему, да, правильно, разработчики... Нет, не разработчики, а как там... Переводчики правильно сделали, что написали газ, потому что, по-моему, вправду Густав сокращенно будет газ. Если я правильно помню.
He's been a good source of info on a couple of minor cases I had here in the city. Hello, my friend.
Ah, Mr. MacPherson. And how are you this dark evening?
I can't complain. And how's my favorite boy in blue?
Besides my eye and this horrible murder, everything's fine.
How'd you get the shiner?
Shiner?
Your black eye. How'd you get it?
Oh, I arrested a man last night, and for some reason my eye hit this man's very large fist.
Did you get sucker punched?
Well, a little. My partner didn't have time to warn me. Everything happened so fast. I was helping the woman, and I turned around to see if my partner was okay, and wham! Next thing I knew, I was flat-faced on the sidewalk.
And what did the man do to deserve your undivided attention?
He was harassing a young woman. So I asked him to stop, and then things got out of hand. The police are trying to find this animal. We're a little nervous when a man harasses a young woman these days.
That's understandable. I imagine you don't have anything more to give me?
This time I'm afraid I have nothing for you, my friend. Everyone is more or less at a loss.
You don't mind if I ask you a couple of questions anyway?
Of course not.
How long has this been going on?
It started about 3 weeks ago. You didn't hear about it until now?
No, I wasn't in town. I just got back. I was working a case outside the city. Someone called me to see if I could come back and help.
Ah, the very beautiful Miss Ida Skalikova, I presume?
Good guess. She's worried for her friends. I told her I'd see what I could do. Can you tell me about your new boss?
Inspector Yuri Skalnik. He was given the case and got temporarily assigned to this district. He has a good reputation, but he doesn't share much information with us. He keeps to himself a lot.
What? He doesn't trust you?
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe he thinks we're incompetent or something.
Maybe, but he'd be stupid to think so.
Why, thank you, my friend.
Were all the victims' bodies dumped?
Yeah, I believe so. But then again, I don't have much information, as I said earlier.
Was there ever an eyewitness?
Nope, never.
That's what bothered me the most. How was the killer getting around the city without being seen? Well, I should leave you to your work, and I have to see my client. Thanks for your input.
You're welcome. Be careful.
Will do.
Так, стоп, подождите. Опа, это наш инвентарь, да? Так, что у нас... Вечная память. Глава 2, пролог и... Ладно, давайте будем читать, ну, если вам интересно. Прага такой же город, как и другие, я полагаю. Иногда она может быть по-настоящему прекрасной, иногда отвратительной. Об этом я подумал, как только сюда приехал, сходя с поезда. Вокзал очень красивое здание, но стены его покрыты многолетними наслоениями уевшегося городской грязи. А на платформу противно смотреть. Впрочем, мне не стоит так уж бронить вокзал, ведь здесь я впервые увидел Иду. Ида — это, видимо, бабушка Виктории, да? В определенном смысле она сама, как этот город, Ида росла в чудовищных условиях. Но она прекрасная женщина, и я, разумеется, говорю не только о ее внешности. Однажды я попытался написать Иду... Может, Иде? Ладно. Однажды я попытался написать Иду, но получилось не совсем то, что я хотел, точно как с моей карьерой художника. Прага — это не Париж, где всегда можно найти того, кто нас заинтересует твоим искусством, каким бы оно ни было. В Праге критики хотят, чтобы все было похоже на кубку, а публика... Так, блин, что-то я потерялся. А, вот все. А публика по-прежнему не покупает ничего, кроме мухи. Но ни тот, ни другой мне отнюдь не близки. Поскольку отсюда денег не ожидается, я, похоже, опять становлюсь частным детективом. Человек, который хочет творить и возиться в грязи. Хорошо, что Ида вносит в мою жизнь хоть что-то прекрасное. О, Сташек. Прямая противоположность Скальнику. Он просто душен, но не глуп. Все ясно. Это все, что нам нужно знать про него. Мне нравится, как Вуду анимировали. Прям так классно сделано. Такая красота. А, туда я пойти не могу. Ну, шикарно. Шикарно, ничего не скажешь. Смотрите-ка, еще одна проститутка, да?
The best gams in all of Eastern Europe. She's my angel and the love of my life. I met her on a small case I was working. She used to dance in the neighborhood cabaret. She was involved with the married man I was following. It was love at first sight.
Hey, look at you all dolled up. Hi, sweetheart.
I don't like it when you call me that.
I didn't call you a doll. I said that you... Never mind, I'm sorry.
Good. Now have you talked to that useless inspector?
Yes, I have. And I didn't get much from the meeting.
Are you going to help us?
Of course I will. Was there really any doubt?
No, but you never know. When do you want to settle this, now or later?
No, I don't want money, Ida.
Nonsense, you will accept our money. How much do you charge?
Okay, listen. We'll settle this after the case, all right?
Do you promise? Because we'll feel insulted if you don't accept our money.
What was I supposed to do? Take money off these women? That's the last thing I wanted to do. Yes, I promise. I will charge you at the end of the case. Yeah, right. What was her name?
Who?
The victim's name?
Oh, her name was Františka.
Were you close to her?
Not as much as Milena, but yes, I knew her.
Did she ever talk about a regular client or someone special?
Not that I know of.
Do you think Milena can answer a few questions?
I guess. Let me ask her. Milena?
Yes?
This is my friend, the one I told you about. He's here to help us catch the man responsible. Do you think he can ask you some questions about Františka?
Okay.
I'll wait for you up the stairs, okay?
Okay. I'll see you in a bit. Hello, Milena. My name is Gus MacFerson. I'm here to help stop this from ever happening again.
I thank you, sir. Not a lot of people would help women like us.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about Františka?
No, that's fine.
How long have you known Františka?
Well, I've known her for a long time. We met in the orphanage when we were just little girls. Her parents had died in a terrible accident. We became very close. We both left the orphanage never to return. We never liked the sisters. Ever since we left, we tried to survive on the streets, even changing cities. but we kept coming back here.
Did she ever talk about someone new or special?
No. It was not her style. Frantiska would rarely take new clients. She had regulars and enough to allow her to survive. She would only take complete strangers if she absolutely needed to. Apollina is more like that. She always has a new rich client.
Did she ever have a client that had been violent with her?
No. She only had clients she trusted.
How about you? Have you had any trouble with any of your clients?
No, I'm like Frantiska. I have only regular clients. If I'm on the streets, it's because I'm keeping my friends company.
Were you close to any of the other victims?
Well, there is one that was a common friend to Frantiska and me. Her name was Agnieszka. No one's found her. She just disappeared one day. We honestly don't know what happened to her. I knew the others only on a professional level.
Did Agnieszka ever complain about any clients before she disappeared? Or did she ever talk about leaving?
Well, we all talk about leaving. Who wants to live their life like this? But she never complained about anything. Agnieszka was like Apollina. She took on many clients. She left town a lot, but always came back with a broken heart. I hope she did find someone and left this place.
Where can I find this Apollina?
She usually works the park. Rare are the girls who are allowed to enter it. She's very protective of her territory. That's what she calls it anyway. Frantiska and me were allowed in because Apollina knew we didn't take strangers and pretty much had our own regulars. Agnieszka was Apollina's good friend, so she was allowed too. So we all kept each other company in the park. Maybe Apollina knows where Agnieszka is. I don't know.
Well, thank you for answering my questions. It was a pleasure to meet you, even under these unfortunate circumstances.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Mr. MacPherson. I thank you for trying to help us.
Trying? I haven't even started yet. If I have any more questions, how may I contact you?
Usually in the park.
Again, thank you.
Ладно, мы много от нее узнали, это уже хорошо.
Ida's an angel on Earth. She's the sweetest person I've ever met. I truly believe she doesn't have an angry bone in her body, even with the difficult childhood she had. A stepfather who molested her on a regular basis. Ida is always positive, and she's always willing to help the people who surround her. That's why she hired me to try and help. She has an undying optimism about life in general, and I love her for it. Hey.
How is she?
She's okay, I guess, under the circumstances.
I'll go talk to her after.
Tell me, where can I find Emil Corona?
Who's he?
He's the coroner working the case. I need to ask him a few questions. Skalnik said he worked in an old chapel. Do you know where it is?
Yes, I'll mark it on a map.
I don't need a map. Just tell me where it is.
What is it with men and directions? Take this map, it'll help you. I marked the location of the old chapel. It's not far from here.
Okay. Thanks, sweetheart. How have you been? I mean, are you feeling better?
Yes, a little. It's not as bad as when you left for your case.
Did you go see the doctor?
No.
Ida, go see him. It might be serious. I'm no doctor, but throwing up every day is not normal. Go see him.
Okay, I'll go see him. I don't throw up every day, you know. You always exaggerate.
Yes, okay.
Да, она беременна, походу.
Go see him as soon as possible. Okay. I have to see this Corona. I want you to stay off the streets as much as possible. Never walk around alone.
Yes, I know you've told me 100 times. I am careful.
Okay, I'll ease up on you. You be careful.
I will. Now go.
Да, причем беременна этим отцом Виктории, нашей главной героини. И ладно, ребята, давайте тогда на этом замечательном моменте завершим данную серию. Было интересно. Наш, оказывается, дед нашей главной героини тоже был инспектором, как и его внучка. Ладно. Я надеюсь, вам все понравилось. Если это так, то думаю, делайте то, что нужно. А на этом у меня все. Всем огромное спасибо за просмотр. С вами был Леонардо. До скорой встречи. И помните, веселье только начинается.